Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra and today I'm bringing to you a no brand get ready with me, and we are going to create a beautiful golden goddess look. If you're new here, a very special welcome to you. I hope you will consider subscribing before you leave if you like what you see today. It's free, it's easy, and it helps you find my videos Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday when I upload. And allegedly, if you ring that notification bell to all, YouTube will let you know when that happens. So I also thought it would be fun to do this get ready with me in a little bit more natural lighting. The natural lighting is kind of for two reasons. Number one, I had talked to you guys about a new direction I want to take my channel, which is real makeup for real life and real people, but also because it's hot and I'm hormonal. So here we go. This is a no brand get ready with me, but I am going to go ahead and list the products down in the description box. I do encourage you to just play along, maybe check out the description box when the video is over. I love a no brand get ready with me. I love to watch people just put on the makeup and chit chat and maybe talk about more of the application versus the product itself and why we like it and why you should like it. But I do also like to be able to find out what the makeup is at the end in case there was something that really struck my fancy or whatever. So I will have everything listed down below, and in case you missed it in other videos where I said so, this month of August is a month of no foundation for me, so we will not be applying foundation today, but I will be doing a little bit of spot concealing. I had a couple of really fun little spots that have cropped up on my face. I honestly think maybe my skin is purging because I haven't been wearing foundation. So by now you would have seen my good news video, and if not, I'll link it in the eye and down below. So we're buying a house. And I mentioned in that video how my daughter was going to be getting a rabbit or a couple of rabbits, but we did kind of have talks about this because I kind of just suspected that she didn't quite know what she was getting into. I mean, I think she did. She's done a lot of research and things about what it takes to take care of a rabbit, let alone two rabbits. And so I kind of just encouraged her to think about it. Her best friend had recently gotten not a rabbit, a kitten, and I just kind of encouraged her to think about that. We have a almost 10-year-old kitty named Lucille. Some of you might be familiar with her. She used to be in my background a lot when I film, but these days she's pretty camera shy. And ultimately, she did decide that she wanted to get a kitten instead of a bunny. Now, we're not in our new house yet. We're still in our teeny tiny condo at this point, and we still don't have a closing date, which has been really hard for all of us. I, and then my husband, just decided that we were gonna let her get that kitten early, kind of help with the wait a little bit. So she was looking at kittens and she had no idea that we had decided that she could get one already. She kept sending me links to kittens and things like that, and I was like, oh, you know, how cute and everything. One of the kittens actually really struck my fancy and so I contacted the shelter. So I filled out the application just to see, kind of on a whim actually, and sure enough she called me back and she said, I love your application and I can bring her to you tomorrow. My daughter chose the name Luna Blue for her. She is a ragdoll Siamese mix. Absolutely gorgeous. Blue eyes. She does look very Siamese, but she's just the cutest little button you ever saw. I'll put a picture up of her, of course, but she's just so cute, and it's fun having a kitten in the house again. We are big animal people. My son, like I said in my good news video and channel update, that my son's going to be getting a puppy, an Alaskan Malamute, when we do move, but this little condo of ours is just not well equipped to house a puppy. We have a tiny little yard, and there really isn't, it's more landscaping than grass. So today I'm going to be layering a powder blush over a cream blush. This is one of my favorite ways to use blush, like powder blush that has a little bit less pigment to it. I actually think I'm going to take a very quick brow break, go ahead and fill those puppies in, and then I will be back to finish off the rest of the face and the eyeballs and the whole thing. So I guess here is the difference between the side that just has the cream blush, and this is just the cream blush. This is the cream and powder blush. I don't know, I just think this is a really pretty combo. Alrighty, just a little highlight on the cheeks. The blush is already pretty glowy, but I do want to add a little bit more like of a targeted glow in this area. Boom. You know, summer in quarantine has not been the most epic summer, but I just thought it would be kind of fun to just talk about the things that we would be doing if we weren't in quarantine. I mean, I know a lot of places are open and things like that, but we are still very much sheltering in place at home, which means, you know, we haven't been doing all the things that we would normally do, so I thought we'll just talk about the things we would normally do. So I personally love to swim, and that would definitely be on the list of things that I would be doing this summer. I just do. I love swimming. It doesn't even have to be like a huge swimming pool or big old lake. Like, growing up, we had like a plastic horse tank, like a horse trough for water. That was our swimming pool the entire time that we were kids. I mean, like, that's fine to me. I just want to be wet and cool and just, you know, relax in water, and it doesn't have to be a whole ton of water, is my point. But we do like to go to the lake. We have several lakes where we can swim here in the city where we live. We haven't done that at all this year, but I love swimming in a lake. I just love to swim. Camping is also super fun. Let me know down below, do you guys like, when you camp, do you camp in a camper? Do you camp in a tent? What do you do? Because I'm always curious about that. That's why I kind of would love to get into our home before summer is over, because I would love to even camp in the backyard with my kids. Just set up the tent, maybe, you know, do some s'mores or something like that. I definitely miss going to our city pool. Yes, there's only one, which I kind of love. It's got that smaller town feel to it. I do like going to the pool and laying out, and I love pool snacks. I'm not gonna lie. But what kind of things would you guys be doing? I mean, I'm sure some of you live in like cool coastal states where, you know, you'd be doing some fun stuff on the water or on the coast or whatever. I would love to hear about that, because we're landlocked here in Colorado. Do you guys have a drive-in movie theater where you live? Because we have one pretty close to us. It's in the next town over, which isn't super far. and that's also a really fun summer activity. I'm pretty sure the drive-ins are open. They're just you know, operating obviously a little bit differently with social distancing and whatnot, so that might be something that we try to do before the summer is over. Take a little bit, just a little bit of that darker brown on the lower lash line, and then we are getting into the gold, and it's a pretty yellowy gold. I'm not always the biggest yellowy gold fan, but I feel like I want it today, and I'm gonna layer something else over the top that kind of helps tone down the yellow factor. Do you guys like to wear gold? I used to be absolutely anti-gold eyeshadow. I just didn't like the way it looked on me, but I was using more yellowy golds like this. And I've since found, you know, that there's so many tones of gold that are just, you know, way more flattering and all of that. So I thought, you know, it would be fun today to kind of show how I modify gold shadows a little bit to make them something more like what I like. Also, I'm looking for some new YouTube channels to watch. If you guys have any recommendations, I love channels where I can learn. Of course, I'm loving, along with, you know, tons of other people, Robert Welsh's channel. He's a professional MUA, and I just have learned so much for him, and I've realized recently that's more what I'm into watching right now. But I've also been loving Julia Adams MUA. If you haven't watched her, I just love her. She's Canadian. I love Canadians. It probably sounds weird to say that, especially if you are Canadian, and hopefully that's not offensive, but I just think y'all are so nice. So the next shade I'm going to use is a little bit glittery. I'm going to use a little sticky substance. You can probably guess what it is. On my eyelids, I'm just going to sort of gently pat this over the shade that we just used, and then I'm going to take and press the more glittery shade over top. I think a brush might work better. Let's try. Now, I tend to get irritation when I bring glittery shades all the way to the inner part of the lid, so I'm not going to do that. Just so you know, I didn't forget or anything. I just know my eyeballs. I'm gonna go back into my highlighter and sort of brighten up the inner part of the lid and the inner corner a little bit, and also ask for your recommendations for TV. Specifically, well, I mean TV for sure, but Netflix shows, you know, network shows, whatever you got for me. The shows I'm currently watching that I'm really enjoying are a new show. I forget what channel. Is it Epix? There's a new show on television that is called Helter Skelter, and of course it is all about Charles Manson and, you know, all of that noise. But it's really interesting. It's not just, I mean, I'm on the second episode. It just went up a few days ago, and the second episode has been really interesting because it talks about his childhood. The first one was just kind of like an overview in terms of what had happened with the murders, and then the other thing I have been watching is like all the 90 Day Fiancé shows. That is my trash TV, as I call it. Oh, also, thanks to my girl Angela from Beauty by Angela, I've been watching Madam Secretary on Netflix, which I am actually really enjoying. I don't know. I just really like that show. That's the type of show that I like to watch before I go to bed at night. While there's like some drama to it and everything, to the story and all of that, it's also just sort of mindless for me to watch and helps me wind down before bed. But I'm definitely interested if you have any recommendations. I'm curious if any of you watched Umbrella Academy, and if you have, what you think of it, because it's definitely one that I'm considering watching. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly pop off of here and do some mascara, set my brows, maybe do something different with the hair, and then I'm gonna come back, we're gonna do a lip, and we're gonna wrap up the video in a neat little bow. We are back. I can't decide if I want to do a bold lip or not. I wish I could hear you guys shouting through the screen right now which I should do, like a glossy natural lip or a pop. Let's just try the bold lip. If we don't like it, we can wipe it off, right? Alright, so I'm gonna be wearing a coral lipstick, but I always have trouble with coral lips because my lip tone is actually more cool tone a little bit. So anyways, I'm gonna line my lips with a red lip liner and then I'll be right back. It's a little harder with the lip products to be inconspicuous about what I'm applying, but I really like that color, but it does kind of show. I think we need to zhuzh up a couple of things like blush and bronzer, maybe. Let's do a little more blush. Yep, that's better. Yes. See if I can bronze without getting sweat on it. Alright, that's better. Okay. This is the final look. What do we think of this? I liked doing this in natural light, mostly because I wasn't sweating the whole time, but also I just think it's fun. This is real makeup. This is what it looks like in real life, and I think it looks nice. You know, it's glowy, it's golden, and I just had a lot of fun in creating this look with you guys today. I always enjoy chatting with you guys, and kind of that's why I wanted to do a no brand get ready with me the most. I mean, obviously I talked a little bit about what I was using or how I was using it, but mostly I wasn't focused on the makeup, specifically what I was using, and so I was able to just chat with you guys and just apply my makeup how I normally would if I was sitting here any other day applying my makeup. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, you could give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either really helps me out here on the platform. It helps get my videos recognized and suggested, and then we can all make more friends down in the comments. So with all of that said, I hope you guys are staying safe and well in the current circumstances, and I hope if you're wearing makeup right now, and I hope that you are, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in my next video real soon.